You mean to tell me that all that hard work and sacrifice I put into paying off my student loans as soon as possible basically means nothing? Hey guys, it's Sean from GCF. I have to say I'm a little disappointed with the news that broke yesterday. President Biden announced $10,000 in student loan debt relief. In this video, I want to break down what it means, how it may affect you, and if you're one of the lucky ones to receive the loan forgiveness, the steps you may need to take advantage of this government handout. Now, before I get into that, if you guys don't mind smashing that like button and don't forget to subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me and it doesn't cost you anything.
Free.
Now, I'm sure you can probably sense by the tone in my voice that I'm not a huge fan of this happening, and that's because it's quite personal to me. You see, I spent a solid year working really hard, living at home with my parents. Not that that was a bad thing or something that I hated, but I sacrificed a ton of fun and opportunities to really pay off all my student loans within 12 months. I wanted that debt out of my life. A few years later, my now wife and I hustled to pay off her student loans before we got married. We worked really hard for that on teacher salaries. So to say the least, I'm a little bitter about it, especially because what it is, teaching our younger people. On top of that, I'm a little concerned about the entitlement it brings, really creating this sense of, or lack of, responsibility for the debt people have now erased. But anyway, for those of you who are gonna benefit from this, congratulations.
Congratulations.
I hope this gets you completely free and clear of debt. All right, guys, now that my rant is over, let's get into the specifics of this $10,000 worth of loan forgiveness. To be clear, this is only for federally held loans. Now, before I go any further, I also wanted to mention about the Pell Grant recipients. For Pell Grant recipients, an additional $10,000 of debt forgiveness is also part of the package. So in total, $20,000 for those Pell Grant recipients. If you're unsure whether or not you are a Pell Grant recipient, log into your federal student aid account and look for visuals of this breakdown of your aid. The charts you see should differentiate between amounts of loans and grants. You should be able to view details and find out for sure. Now, back to the initial $10,000 of loan forgiveness. The income cap is $125,000 for individuals and $250,000 for families. Now, in other words, if you make less than that, then you are eligible for this. That's if you have federal debt, of course. Another piece to Biden's student loan debt plan is that he's extended the moratorium on payments. So in other words, he's extending the payment pause on most federal student loans one more time through December 31st, 2022. So an important piece of information or a stat that I found through all of this is that 95% of borrowers would benefit from the plan, or about 43 million people. Of those 43 million people, over 60% are Pell Grant recipients. Once again, those people that will get $20,000 forgiveness. Nearly 45% of borrowers, or almost 20 million, would have their debt fully canceled. Now, if I find anything good about all this, that is the one part that I will cheer on and really just say a big congratulations if you are one of those 20 million. So the big question still looms out there. What steps do eligible borrowers have to take to get to that $10,000 or $20,000 in debt forgiveness? If you're one of the nearly 8 million borrowers, you may automatically be able to receive debt forgiveness because the Department of Ed already has your income information. But if you're not one of those 8 million individuals, the current administration will launch an application in the coming weeks for borrowers to provide their income information. And it should be available before the federal student loan repayment pause ends on December 31st. I hope that was helpful for you. I hope it maybe gave you some perspective on why some people are thrilled and others are not so entertained by all of this. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more finance tips everyone understands, and I will see you in the next video.